else is sick and fucking tired of seeing all the carnivore shit all over these fucking apps.
Well, it's kind of funny when we do these little intros. That intro, I'm used to a long one, and then I got to go click all these buttons. But anyway, we're live with Lisa Cherry Beaumont, and the best name ever because it took me about 17 tries.
And Tony, our number one fan.
I would say so. She's been. We were just talking about it before this. We've never met, but we feel like we know each other. So it's really cool to have you on. And a conversation to finally get to meet you face to face, and I love it. And thank you, I'm gonna say, for we always catch your name and follow. You're very active in our chats and our shows, and we really appreciate it. I love it.
You're so welcome. I'm glad to finally be here. Actually, being able to open my mouth instead of typing furiously.
And I do believe you guys did an interview on Carnivore Evolution. Did you not?
Yes.
Mark? Yeah. So if anybody wants to hear the Lisa's full story, please go check it out at Carnivore Evolutions. We're going to be a little bit more cash today, I think, and just get to know you and talk about all things. Maybe how you started in your journey, and maybe about this is what I was getting at is the KETOGENTILITY. That's a good word. I was like for gentility, but again, then it was like gentility. That's it. Awesome. So let's talk about you first of all. Introduce yourself and how did you get to where you're at right now?
Yeah, sure. So I mean, I've been through it a few times. I think a couple of times on one or two chats with Mark about where I began. So it was about 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago now, where I was really struggling with my health, and I tried everything. You try all the eating the more vegetables, and they're getting the more sleep, and they're doing the more exercise, and all of that. And somehow it just didn't seem to be making things better. It seemed to be making things worse. And I just stumbled upon something randomly from doing many, many YouTube searches. Something just kind of came up, and I gave it a go. And it was ketogenic. It was a ketogenic diet, and it's so funny, isn't it? Like when you start doing something different with your food, you think, oh God, it seems like such a massive overhaul. You think, oh God, I don't even know where to begin. This is so horrific, because you're so food addicted, aren't you? You're so food addicted, and this idea of giving up, like, or at least drastically reducing carbohydrates and seed oils and so on, which are things that you've survived on, or you thought you were surviving on them. You were surviving them, I think, is more accurate, literally, isn't it? And so I try to be, because I've got a Facebook group called Keto Beginners UK, and I try to have to, when I see people struggling, going, oh, I don't think I could give up bread or crisps or sweets or whatever. I have to think back about how it was for me in the beginning, where it was huge. It was such a huge thing for me to do. And, that's from somebody who's really quite determined and open-minded and willing to try different things. So for somebody that's maybe not quite so determined, that's not so quite open-minded, that's not used to trying a whole world of different things, I can't even imagine, how difficult it must be and how much support those people need. And I thought, because of that, I'm going to have a Facebook group where I can help people, like introduce it to them in a way that makes it kind of manageable in the beginning, because it's such an overwhelming thing to try from the other side, isn't it? From where you're starting. Once you're in it, you're like, oh, well, it's a piece of cake. Is this? Well, if you pardon the pun, it's not really a piece of cake, is it? It's a piece of steak. It's a piece of steak, is it?
The anti piece of cake. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's where I'm at, really. So I started doing some recipes, and I started putting my recipes on Facebook. And then my friend said to me, why don't you put them in a cookbook? So I did. And then I thought, I just need to start teaching this to people, not necessarily, for money, but just because it seems ridiculous. It seems wrong to keep this information to myself. And I don't know if you know, Tony, but I was Mark knows because we've spoken about it. But I don't know if you know, I was pescatarian actually when I started keto. So I did a year of pescatarian keto. So I was ovo-lacto. So I did eat eggs and dairy as well. So I think that's what's kept me alive for so long. To be perfectly honest, I don't think I wouldn't have done very well as a vegan for so many years. I did a stint of veganism about 4 years, but sort of going back to dairy and eggs, I think is probably what helped me enormously, and then adding in fish later. But yeah, I did a year of pescatarian keto, and it's only after about a year my body was going, so what about meat then? I was like, I haven't eaten meat since I was 16. Don't be insane. What are you thinking? It's just ridiculous. Yeah. So feeling really shifty.
Yeah.
Feeling shifty in the supermarket buying meat. Like being shifty.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. One of those things that we all sort of start to come around and start going, wow, I was eating for the wrong reasons, and not listening. And then once it starts calling you and getting into that, it just all you're right. You have this holy shit, I was doing this just for the wrong reasons, and all of a sudden it's actually easy when you start nourishing your body completely. And you being a pescatarian, ovo-lacto pescatarian, whatever your category was, you're still getting the nourishment, and and I think people can do it. I've actually helped vegetarians, ovo-lacto vegetarians, be carnivore ovo-lacto vegetarians when they're eating 18 eggs a day, and they're actually thriving with with a little bit of plants, and it's still, but it's cool how you just come, and that's something that I want to talk to you today about too. Is I think there's a place for when you start giving people the guidance and where you're coming from, because there is the people out there telling you that this is the way or this isn't the way, but the actual process and the psychology behind the transition can be very daunting for a lot of people. That it's
Absolutely.
It's not necessarily 0 to hero carnivore, but that journey about giving up stuff is really important to support people. So
yeah.
I love it. And that's and so when did you start figuring out that you're like, okay, I got this, now I got to start helping people? When was that in your journey? When did that kind of happen?
Oh gosh, was it maybe? It was more than a year in. I mean, I'm the kind of person I can be quite preachy when I come across something. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to tell everybody about this. This has changed my life, and so I need to tell other people. And so as you guys know yourself, that when you discover this and you try to tell people about it.
Can I just jump in here for? Can I just jump in here for a second? Sorry, Lisa. The sound quality is very bad. I don't know. Is it coming from your earphones? You want to take your earphones off so we can hear you a little bit better, because the quality is really bad. I can hear screeching noises in the back.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can hear you, but it's just I can hear the screeching noise in the back.
Yeah, it's kind of a glitchy. No, it might be the connection. It might be even my connection. Let me see here. Let me cut out.
It's just I can hear you perfectly, Lisa, but it's just a screeching noise in the back.
Yeah, it's glitching.
Yeah.
Can you talk, Lisa? Sorry, guys, about the technical. Can you Lisa, can you sign out and then sign back in?
Yeah.
I'll bring you back in, because it might be a tech thing.
Yeah.
Because Mark, you're not doing it. Am I doing it?
No, you're not doing it. You're perfect, Tony. It's definitely coming from Lisa's. I don't know whether it's the earphones or it's the connection, but I can hear all the screeching noise in the back.
Sorry, folks. Us being the tech savvy people that we are, troubleshooting is not our forte.
Yeah, because I know if it's too noisy, they're gonna switch off.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's
what I mean. So I don't know whether it was from the earphones or just our normal PC. I don't know. Hopefully we can get her back on and get sorted.
She'll be back. Yeah, it's all good. Man, it's cool to finally meet Lisa. I'm stoked. It's kind of neat. And you can tell by when she's commenting in the chats what her kind of personality, and it's pretty much just from meeting her for less than 5 minutes, I'm like, wow, yeah, okay.
And you'll actually hear it. She actually fell into this by accident.
Yes, yeah.
She was a vegan for a very, very long time, and then one time she just said, I'm not doing this anymore. Wow. I don't want to be vegan anymore, and she started eating me for no reason. So it's great.
I think that's another one that went that way. Let's see how she does here.
She's back in now.
Let's see. Let's
now.
How are we doing?
Where's my video? Okay.
That's much better now.
Much better.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Oh, good. That's good. I don't know where the video is, but as long as you can hear me, that's the main thing.
We can hear you perfectly now.
Okay, great. Good.
Okay. So where were we? Sorry about that. We technical. It's fun being this international ring. Like sometimes the internet is not on our side, and we're not very tech savvy as most people can probably.
So talk us through it, Lisa. So you were a vegan for how many years?
Yeah, so I was some form of vegetarian for about 35 years, a vegan for 4 years, somewhere in the middle of that, and then for the last few years, I don't know, maybe a decade, something like that, I was pescatarian. And then that's when I shifted into keto because it simply was not working for me. Very much a cook from scratch kind of person as well. I'm not a processed food person. It's not that I wouldn't eat any processed foods, but the majority of my diet was stuff that I would cook myself from scratch. Very much so. And so
you would essentially say you were eating healthy.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And can I just ask? And can I just ask, Lisa, when you were vegan for such a long time, and you were going from that into meat-based, talk me through that transition there, because I'm sure that would have been a huge thing for you, because I'm sure about killing the animals and stuff like that. Like, talk me through the mindset. Like, why did you feel you had to go down that route?
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? I'm a very intuitive person, and I try to listen to what my body's telling me. And it's what I try to teach other people as well. When can I eat this? Should I eat that? And so on. And what I try to teach people is to really listen to what your body's saying. And so my body was just saying, and it did the same when I was vegan as well, and started pestering for fish. And I was like, I don't eat fish, but crikey, what am I going to do? Because it was pestering. And so when it came to meat, there was something inside me saying, you've got to eat this. This is what you need. And of course, having not eaten meat for 30 something years, it was a bit of it was quite a mindset shift, but I'm a very open person. I'm open to different ideas, and that it's a double-edged sword, is that, I think, sometimes. And but in this case, it was a good thing. And I thought, right, how am I going to, if my body's asking me for something, then it's what it needs. And, I had to sort of, I do appreciate nature. I'm not a kind of everything's got to be plastic sort of person at all. I'm just the opposite. And so for me, I had to really tune in to how nature operates. Like, how does it work? And I wanted to listen to, some interviews with farmers, and I also listened to 1 or 2 interviews with other people that had been vegetarian and vegan themselves in the past, and how they had managed to overcome this themselves from a mentality, from a mindset perspective, because I love animals, I do. And what I had always thought was it's a dichotomy. You either love animals and you're vegetarian, or you don't love animals and you eat meat. And I hadn't recognized, and I hadn't recognized that both of those things can work together. You can love animals and also eat them. And that was just something that had never occurred to me before. Never occurred to me.
Well, I think there's so many gems there, because firstly, what you're saying before too is we take things personal. Like, pasta's not good for me. I'm Italian. I grew up on it. It was not easy to say, okay, let this spaghetti go. Like, it's and it's just not personal. And I think that's where we come across the ethics and the stuff. It's if you can actually get honest with yourself and look at things for what they are and find your way, navigating through that, where, we all started with absolutes. This is healthy. This isn't healthy. This is bad. This is good. And I think that once you start waking up to the fact that, things aren't necessarily what they seem, and where we come from matters. So I appreciate that for sure.
Yeah.
So you started getting this intuitive.
Absolutely.
You started getting this intuitive draw to meat. Maybe you can talk us through that. How did it feel the first time you?
Yeah, I did. Well, it was kind of fortunate actually, because it kind of came about around about Christmas, a couple of Christmases ago, and I was staying in a fully catered hotel, and so I thought, right, I don't need to choose in the supermarket. I don't need to cook it. I don't need to figure any of this out. All I have to do is order the non-vegetarian items off the menu in the hotel. And so that's what I did. And so, I mean, it was like, wow, I can have everything on the menu. This has never happened before in my life. I was been limited to, like, you know, the mushroom stroganoff or like the salmon.
Yeah, we're having.
So,
we're having that signal again, Lisa.
The glitch. It's got to be the internet. That sucks.
Yeah.
It's okay. We got. Yeah.
So annoying.
Listen, I don't understand. Is there anything?
It's just it's kind of screechy. It really is. It's just this loud noise.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's
coming from. I'm just going to open the door and see if it'll give us. Still doing it.
A little bit less.
A little bit, yeah. It's not too bad.
Is it any better? No.
It's still glitching. It's still glitching. Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder where it's coming from. I wonder if
it's not horrendous, but it's just that screeching noise. Yeah, it's quite bad now.
Oh,
Please stand by.
What in the world it could possibly be? I don't know.
That's okay. Everybody that watches us are down.
Happened to me, and don't worry, Lisa. Happened to me in the past. I used to have it all the time.
We've all got meat patience, meat and fat patience. It's not a problem. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It is a nuisance. Yeah. It does happen, doesn't it?
Yeah. It seems to be kind of getting worse and then get better and then worse and then get better. So it might be just a connection thing. Could be the damn internet, right? It is what it is.
Yes. Often yeah. That kind of.
Do you want to try logging out and then coming back again? Maybe that'll. I don't know what. Maybe
yeah.
Yeah, I think we might have the same issues. I think what happens is it usually goes well for 5 minutes and then it goes off.
Yeah.
We might have to do it a different day if that's the case.
Yeah. It's okay.
If she's still on, Lisa, if it's still a problem, don't worry about it. We can always arrange it a different day.
Yeah. Why don't you come on Sunday? We're gonna talk about some crazy shit on Sunday.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. If it's a problem, don't worry about it. We can arrange it another time. Yeah, these things happen. Let's bring her
back, and then guys, if everybody just wants on, we'll let's bring her on Sunday. Let's have her on. Like, I love it.
Absolutely. We're gonna be talking these things happen.
Yeah. Did you see my post with you know the title of this Sunday show coming up? Like,
I do. I'm looking forward to it, man.
I just put out a bomb community post. If anybody wants to go check it out, we're getting deep. I'm not holding back, and we're going to talk about some real shit. Yeah. And as far as Peter Attia goes, like, this is a clear sign. Be very careful who you put your trust and faith into, especially our powers that be, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward because we have to. These health coaches are getting away with murder.
Okay, Lisa. Okay, yeah. Lisa, we've how are you? Can you do a little talk there? Is it happening still, Mark?
No, it's fine now. It's fine. So, Lisa, what we were just saying, if it continues, what we'll do is we'll get you involved in the conversation with us on Sunday.
Do you want to come on the show on Sunday?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
I'd love to.
Because
are you ready to rip? Are you ready to rip apart Peter Attia to shreds? That's what we're talking about on Sunday.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's but why don't we do that? If you guys are okay with that, Lisa, we'll have you back on Sunday. We'll maybe come on a half an hour earlier and we'll make sure everything's good. If that's okay with you, I'll get Mark to send you the link. But let's have you on, and then you can come and hang out with us. And and I will say this before we say goodbye. If anybody wants to hear Lisa's story, please go to the Carnivore Evolution podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Her story's there. We're gonna get to know Lisa a lot more because I kind of made a mistake one time. Mark was like, "Let's get Lisa on," and I was like, "Okay." And we have a few Lisas that we know, and I was like, "He's like, not that one," and I'm like, "Oh shit." So
yeah.
Why don't we do that? If we're having some technical difficulties, we'll have you come on and hang out with us for this. I think this Sunday is going to be interesting because I want to get nasty. We're not pulling punches this Sunday. I think there's a lot of lessons to be said about what's happened in the last recent days. And if you're okay with that. Is that okay, Lisa?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Are you guys good with that? What do we want to do? We can continue.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Because I just think we're going to have a few more glitches going forward, Lisa. I'm not sure because I'm hearing Tony perfect. I'm hearing Tony perfect. He can hear me perfect. So it's definitely coming from your end.
And yeah, don't feel bad, Lisa. It's usually Mark that has these problems. So, you know.
I had these all the time at the very, very beginning, all the time.
So if you're okay with that, come back on Sunday and we will hang out and we'll do this. Is that okay? That's good.
Absolutely look forward to it. Yeah.
Yay.
All right, guys. Thank you for being understanding about my dreadful
No worries.
connection.
And everybody that just tuned into this, like we apologize. Sometimes it happens. It's all good. You know, we're all in the same fight and we're all in the same gang, and everybody will understand. It's all good. No worries. It was great to meet you. I love to see your face. That's
and
awesome.
You.
All right, guys.
It was brief, at least.
Yes. Well, we will see you on Sunday, everybody. It's going to be a blinding show.
I'll see you then.
We're going to get nasty. All right. Let's end this. Yeah, that's okay.